Broadcasting live from Tolarian Academy on the plain of Dominaria, this is TapTapConcede. Welcome, everybody, to TapTapConcede. My name is Graham. Joining me is Nelson.
The best of something.
And Wheeler.
I don't want to burp in the microphone.
And today, we are ranking the best of the best. That's right. It's the culmination of the ranking every mechanic tier list episodes. And today, I guess we're grading on a curve, or however that works. I don't know exactly what the term is for what we're doing. But before we get into it, I'm going to remind you very quickly that this show is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Please check out cardkingdom.com/LRR for all of your cardboard needs. Buying them, selling them, all that fun stuff. Tell them we sent you. Say loading ready run sent me button, please. And they'll give you a little button. And it's a funny thing. I've just sent them a new batch, and they're good stuff. Also, wrap those cards up in the best sleeves you can buy. Dragon Shield. Use the code LRRMTG5 to get yourself 5% discount off anything you buy on the Dragon Shield store. And most importantly, everything we do here at Loading Ready Runs brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon or by becoming a member on this YouTube channel. Member shoutouts at the end of the video. Really appreciate it. So, today, what we are doing, to clarify, is that we're going back through the mechanics that we ranked as S tier, and we are further tunneling in on the S tier rank and what the spread looks like within that. So within the rank of S exist additional tiers.
I love that this podcast, especially after so many years, so many episodes, is slopifying itself in tandem with the very game we're discussing. That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
It's also kind of a world into like high-level job interviews. Like these candidates all made it to the second day.
Yeah, spoilers for folks that haven't seen No Other Choice from 2025. Yeah, this is actually going to be that.
Okay.
I will kill Nelson by the end of this episode.
Hooray!
And I know that you're using the term slopifying affectionately because we've actually been really enjoying these episodes.
Yeah, no, I mean...
We need to take back slop.
I could do a whole episode on why I actually think slop is good. There's a divide. Everybody has slop and soul. The magic is slop. The gathering is soul. Ooh. And this is, a perfect example of those the marriage of those two.
Mm-hmm.
And we've only been seeing, AI slop on this, our wonderful YouTube, for the most part lately. But slop has a rich history that, YouTube is central.
Absolutely.
To. Yeah. So, let's take back slop.
We're also getting paid to do this, which makes it so much easier.
So what we're going to do is go down a random assemblage of the mechanics that previously were ranked as S, and then we are going to further divide them between a new bracket, because there's so many mechanics that we needed to add F. So we've got S, A, B, C, D, and F, and then also there will be a best of the best and a worst of the best.
This is a speech therapy final test. Like, you can know whether or not Nelson has any lisp left if he can pronounce all of these letters in a row, right? We've got F and S in there.
Mm-hmm.
We really need you to support us on Patreon after Red Letter Media sues us for infringing on their bids.
What, old men with lisps?
That's right.
Okay, great. First up, Reach.
Oh, this is so much harder than I thought.
Yeah.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
What, Giant Spider is cheating?
Spider's
Putting
cheating.
Giant Spider moves
All
up
right,
like at
it's
least
true.
one bracket.
Everyone loves Giant Spider.
Well, there's somebody on this panel here that loves this card more than most, I'd argue.
Loves it a lot.
Yeah.
I was going to let it have a B, so I was thinking B before the spider popped
Yeah.
up, so I think we should just lock that in.
Reach to B?
I mean, Reach at A seems kind of
There's
generous.
some pretty exciting cards.
Yeah.
Moving on. I think this is probably the best point to mention this, where Reach does not hit as much as other mechanics, where looking over at the S's before this, I think that what makes an S tier mechanic is that somebody will walk into an LGS who's new to the game or has a casual relationship with the game and says, I want to build a blank deck. And that blank can be any of these mechanics except the worst of the worst or worst of the best. And like you could be like, I want to build a Reach deck. That happens. I've seen it. They look terrible.
It's weird because the combo with Reach is just like Hurricane.
Yeah.
Like that's the part 2, and then you're like, wait a second.
It's,
Both these things do the same thing.
yes, exactly. But like, I mean, the Reach deck can manifest itself as like a Spider's deck or an Archer's deck or whatever. And like, if you go down that line, you're like, why does the Spider not have Reach? That's the big thing.
Oh,
right?
yeah, when you hit the giant Solifuge or whatever.
Yeah, well, Mr. Tickles gets a bit of a pass, but like, you know, there's some Spider that they printed in like Shadows that didn't have Reach or something, and people are like, what the hell is this?
How dare you?
Why would you do that?
Why have you done this to my boy?
They put Reach on Orb Weaver Kumo. They can put Reach on whatever this jackass is called, right? B tier.
B tier. B is acceptable.
Yeah, right.
Among the best of the best.
It's been around since Alpha. It's,
Yeah, a reminder, even if something gets into F here, it's still like F within the rank of S. It's
top,
like
these are the top 32 of all of the mechanics in the game, and they've made some crap.
We're siphoning the cream from the cream here.
Perfect. All right, Reach at B. Next, Infect.
I'd like to put this at A.
I think A is fine. This ability is so important. It's the best poison ability.
Yeah.
And it's the poison ability that kind of really put poison on the map.
Right. Yeah.
They finally made it work.
I think if we don't give Infect an A, what are we doing with this A tier?
It's just like very cool, very emotional. The kind of thing they haven't made new Infect cards. They've made cards with Toxic. And they care about poison cards, but they haven't made new Infect cards, and people still build Infect decks.
It's so delicate, right?
I mean,
it's so powerful.
There's that Finn the Fang Bearer guy. Don't get on me. He
doesn't
about
have
that.
Infect.
He doesn't have Infect.
He has
Sit
put
down.
a poison counter on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's different.
it's different.
All right.
A tier.
Let's go with A.
All right.
Should I shout out the tiering at the end of it every time?
Sure. Yeah, new bit. And what are we doing for Giant Spider again, for Reach?
B tier.
Okay, and for Infect, that's it.
A tier.
Perfect. Next, Defender.
It's got a D in it.
We can't put this in D.
Can't we?
I
This
think
is the S tier. It's D out of S tier. People do love Defender, but I don't think it deserves to be as high up as Infect for sure.
it is such aura though to make a game be like, by the way, these can't attack.
Yeah.
You're like, what? You're like, yeah. The game's about attacking. These ones can't.
They don't.
They don't. It's a wall, dumbass. And then like later on, they're like, actually, it's not a wall. It's like a plant. It's something that's like anchored. That's cool.
Has a weird history.
Yeah.
End of your turn, I tap my blight pile.
Yeah. Vent Sentinel just whoosh.
Love Vent.
Yeah, you know, we could put a D tier. We could put a D tier because it's funny. I think my heart screams for C tier, but it is funnier to put it at D.
I want you to have fun today. And if putting Defender at C tier feels like it for you, then let's do it, babe.
Damn, he treats me so well. I'm fine putting it at C tier. I will mention a knock on this that I have ran into is players that run into old walls that don't look like they're walls and don't have Defender written on them, and they're like, I'm putting this for what is it, carnivorous plant or something? There's like a 4-mana 4/5 plant.
Yes.
That
it's just summon wall from Legends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like doesn't have Defender written on it. Has beautiful flavor text,
and it has modern stats. It's just a vanilla 4-mana 4/5.
Which if you're building a plant deck and you're like, hell yeah, this is above cost. Barely. And then be like, that's a wall, sweetie. That can't attack.
They thought you would know because it's fixed to the ground, but then you're like, but everything's magical. I thought it just moved.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's another thing about Defender is like they fake it.
Yeah,
like they're just making it up.
They're just all on stage pretending to not be able to attack. As soon as you're shuffling up, they're like, "Oh, it's time to get this costume off."
There are cards with Defender where it's like, yeah, I know the artwork's just a woman standing there with a sword, but like she can't move, and you're like, you're just going to believe it?
You lose your last life point, and it's the end of the Bad Bunny halftime show where all the plant people are just walking off the stage. They're like getting shuffled away. It's like, oh, phew, I can move again.
I could have attacked this whole time.
Nuevo, S tier. Defender, D tier.
Terrific. All right. Next, Vigilance.
That's a dog.
What a good dog.
Vigilance is so good.
I want to put it, and this is going to make it look like we're just setting this up. C tier. I want to put it at C tier.
Really?
Yeah, because it's kind of a loser mechanic. Like, you know,
Is it not clever? Does it not make you feel smart enough when
What do you
do
mean
it?
by
Nope.
loser mechanic?
Well, it's lacking of swag.
Is it not
Graham,
on, is it not on enough cards that you like?
It is, but it's. I am a fan of commitment. I love it when they're like, "Yeah, I'll attack," and that means I can't block.
Right.
That means I'm taking damage, but it doesn't matter. Or it's like, "Yeah, I'll block," means I'm not attacking you, but I am committing to this. Vigilance comes in, says like, "Actually, I found a way to do both," and it's just like, I don't know. I think Magic is more exciting, more fun, and offers honestly better lessons when you push it to its extremes, or like push players to make decisions with costs, which is why the game is terrible nowadays. But like Vigilance, it removes the like cost. I mean, not entirely because there's still the they block or whatever, but
Yeah.
like it's just it's too safe and used too much. I'd like it more if it was on like exclusively brick shit houses, but it's on a dog.
Right.
Right?
It is. It's on a variety of creatures. I do think it's a sometimes food because I can't think of a ton of creatures that I like that are like the gold standard with vigilance, right?
Right.
A lot of times the creatures that are the coolest that happen to have vigilance have 4 other abilities that make it so that the vigilance doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you just realize it afterwards. Right?
Yeah, you're like, oh, this has a vigilance.
God.
Oops, I'll untap it,
James, not to get on your ass here, but that defender was a D tier.
We changed our minds. We did
say
C,
C,
but we settled
but
on D.
D is funnier for defender.
Okay, so would you want to put vigilance at C?
Yes.
I'm fine with that. That's
Vigilance, C tier.
Nice. Next. Overload.
okay. Now,
Okay, no, go
I
ahead.
really like Overload. It
Yeah.
turns out the thing about Overload that I like so much, I realized it's, and I know we didn't put Cleave at S tier, even though it's kind of the same thing. But in fairness, Cleave is kind of like the
It's not as good.
less powerful company owned by the parent company of Overload or whatever.
Right.
Anyways, I love that the cards have multiple options, multiple ways they play, multiple values in different scenarios using the same wording for the same reason that I loved Oath of the Gatewatch so much, where they're like, hey, we've discovered nestled inside like a Matryoshka doll, another ability we can give to the players. It's the colorless only mana, right? And so Overload kind of does that as well in a very elegant fashion that I just think is so... It's just an achievement for the Wizards of the Coast people. I just think like whenever you can do something like this where it's like, okay, we've unlocked more of the game using less words.
Yeah.
It's just very impressive for a game that is just words on cards.
There are a lot of cards in the more modern era, like especially the past 5 years, where it gets joked about, but it's true. There are just so many goddamn words on these cards.
Yep.
Right.
And there are a lot of cards that are functionally multiple cards.
Yes.
Not in the way of split cards like Fire and Ice and Friends, but in the way of like Fable the Mirror Breaker, right? Sagas in general are like multiple cards. And sometimes they get a little out of hand, and it's not that great. Like it's kind of like, oh, okay, I guess it does everything, which is not a great feeling to have, even if it is fun to play with these cards. 'Cause
Right.
you're like, oh
Everyone
my
likes
God.
winning.
Yeah, exactly. I like winning. I like having a bunch of micro decisions that I can outplay my opponent at or whatever. But it's less elegant. And Overload gives you actually 2 different cards on just one card with the magic border, with the magic setup. Like you get... The Mizium Mortars is actually a split card. The other one is just Mizium Mortars. So it's like 2 mana, 4 to that, 6 mana, 4 to everything you have. And that, but it just looks like a magic card, reads like a magic card, and also has that kind of like, I don't know. There's a certain kind of flirtiness to it almost, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna do 2 mana. It's like, hey, read me. It's like, okay, 2 mana to 4 creature, or sorry, 4 damage to 1 creature that I don't control. And they're like, okay, but what if instead of target, it said each, and instead of 2, it was 6. And you're like, well, then to deal 4 damage to each creature. And you're like,
Every overload,
Yeah.
every overload card is a snack in your fridge that you're supposed to have tomorrow.
it's the non-creepy version of like, what would you do if I were there with you? You know?
Okay.
It's also responsible for one of my favorite card designs of all time, which is Damn.
Damn
is
so
a very
good.
cool card.
It
Yeah.
is so clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're this one's going into
S tier.
hell yeah.
S tier. I think Overload is like, I wish they did more of it. It's honestly its biggest. It's not even a crime. It's just it's really tied to Is It. They've moved away from it in some cases, but I wish they would just say like, no, here's an like we're just waiting for them to make a set that doesn't involve the Is It that has Overload as a mechanic. I think.
Yeah, they did. They made Damn. They made Winds of Abandon, but there haven't been a ton, right?
No, not it's not everywhere.
Release the black Overload cards.
I don't know what the like.
Black is a good color for Overload
Yeah.
too because it's like very power
Well,
oriented.
yeah, they made a Mind Rot too, right? Didn't they make they did do that?
Mind
one.
Rakes.
Mind Rake, right?
Yeah.
It's like where it's 2 mana, we both discard 2.
Yeah,
or 3 mana. just
mana. You discard. That card's great. See,
Yeah.
Overload is so tricky. Cleave is like check out what I can do with brackets, but like Overload is check out what I can do with like the game system, and that's kind of beautiful.
Nice. All right. Next is Death Touch.
Oh, S tier,
Sure.
right? Like, yeah,
There's going to be a few where I wouldn't be surprised if we just run out of S tiers first, but it's just like
yeah.
Death Touch.
It says what it does.
We don't. There's no complaints about it to make.
Yeah,
That's the problem. It's kind of like a perfect sandwich.
it's just it. There's a visual language to Death Touch. It's powerful, but not too powerful. You can build around it. You always look for the Death Touchers when you play the limited environment. It's fun. It combos with other kind of card types.
Pyromancer's Will types.
Yeah, like give it a Viridian Longbow or use a fight spell or whatever.
Weird Chandra's Ignition or something.
Yeah,
right?
and it just like it's a conversation piece where you can have like a 1-mana 1/1 Death Toucher, and you're like, oh, that's dangerous and funny, right? And you could have like a big ass Death Toucher, and you're like Grave Titan.
Why does Grave Titan have
Why
Death
does Grave
Touch?
Titan have
We
Death
all
Touch?
Chat about it.
Because it's cool. Because you are touching something that like if you make contact with it, you die.
Yeah.
Right? But like it's different because of what Grave Titan is. Stupid comment. It's different because what Grave Titan visually represents when compared to say the more recent dialing in of like poison dart frogs, right? Like the thing that the thing that 90s and maybe 80s kids that read these books in like elementary school thought would be a much larger issue as they grow up.
I thought poison dart frogs would feature more heavily in my day-to-day life.
I
than they
thought
have.
that's something I'd have to be worried about.
Yeah.
At some point in time. Like my ass is going to get to the Amazon or whatever. And
Yeah. Or Quicksand. But
yes. Yeah. Quicksand's up there too.
we definitely all thought that we would have to fight our lives from Quicksand at least once.
Death Touch, S tier.
Hell yeah. Annihilator.
Do we have our first F? Annihilator's sweet. Like, and we said in the first episode, like, I like mechanics that can close the game out.
Yep.
It's okay that the game ends.
Yep.
But also Annihilator
It's already
is
in S tier, don't forget.
Yeah. Of the S tier, Annihilator's this terrible feel bad that a lot of people hate. It's true of Infect too, but there's less people building an Annihilator deck.
Which is so, you know what? I'm willing to F tier this, not just because we have it open.
Yeah.
But you're right. It does. There's a certain class of player, Shivam, that hates getting annihilated.
Right.
We talked about this when we did our Rise of the Eldrazi episode recently. And he was like, he hates Annihilator. He hates to be on the receiving end of it. And I'm like, sitting there, I'm like, damn, there really are two different worlds. Right? Like, I get it.
I also don't like being annihilated.
No, of
but
course.
Like, yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it has gotten so much worse in like Magic nowadays, especially if we're talking about, the format that he would be concerned about it and the format that is most played in Magic, Commander, right? Like how many game objects do you have, bruv? Like, you've got like 5 clues, 3 plants, a bug. Like,
There are a lot more game objects now than there used to be.
Like Pathrazer's a good one to put on the screen to talk about it. If you think about a 2-player game and this thing turns sideways, it's like, okay, I've lost the game.
Yeah.
But actually, the Annihilator mechanic is making me lose it in several stages where I have to work harder and like extends my losing of the game into multiple more painful parts.
Right.
And that is kind of a crime. Right? Like even if you're trying to play the best, you're just like playing to your own. It's like, okay, I'm at 20. I'm going to take 9. I can't block this unless I block with everything and sacrifice my lands. Now you're considering that. That's the crime of Annihilator.
It's
right?
that-
You're making yourself go through the mental effort of being like, could I win?
It's that warning sign on the, I think it was like on an electrical outlet or something, but it's like, this will kill you and it will hurt the entire time that you're dying.
Right.
damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that.
Annihilator, F tier.
Let's
What if I
go.
went rogue and just said like B tier?
I would have just stuck with it because I secretly love Annihilator.
I do
think it's
too.
great.
I
It's
do
in
too.
the S tier for a reason.
You know what? Actually, a great reason for it to be at F is that I love Annihilator. I think it's really fun. Even though it's got worse, even though it's a bit of a feel bad, I think that enough is to put it in F. But what would lock it in F is that like I can see a future, and this is not a great way of looking at things, but I can see a future where they try to get cute with it and they put it on like a very small creature, right? You know, they try to do the charging badger thing, right? Haha, funny 1-mana 1/1 trampler.
trample. Yeah.
To me, it was Defiant Elf, but. And I could see them making like, haha, 5-mana 1/1 Annihilator that's indestructible or whatever. Oh
God.
And I'm like, that, yeah, it's like kind of annoying, but also I'm like, nah, you ruined it for me. You ruined it for me. You made,
Oh, yeah.
it's just like, it needs to be big and stupid, right? Like that, I think because that really tracks. Giving smaller things Annihilator from other big, stupid things, cool. Just like small thing that just has Annihilator inherently, not cool.
Like if you ever saw Bear with Annihilator, just like 2/2 for 2, just Annihilator 1, and that's it.
man.
You're like, oh my god.
yeah, it's just like, and I don't think we shouldn't punish it for like things that haven't happened but could happen, because we leave that to the people on Magic Twitter, but like. It's just there's space for this to go wrong, and I don't think you can say that with a lot of the other mechanics here, right? Like, how are they going to screw up flying?
Or Defender.
Yeah. Oh no, it can block twice. That's cool.
All right. Sweet. Next, Riot.
Huh? F tier. What the hell? No, I like Riot.
It's cool. It's got a cool name, but then the actual ability is sort of like, okay. Like there's, it's haste and a +1/+1 counter.
Right.
One or the other. And like those are both older abilities.
I wonder
right?
if there's any of these that you're going to be like, we ranked that S?
It's just
There is.
Yeah,
It's
this one.
it's this one.
Yeah. As well,
And the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, the problem with Riot is that although it has a cool ability and it's cool that it's on these Gruul cards, like I like that ability, and I like playing Riot cards. Like I can only think of
You played
the dragon.
You played some Riot cards yesterday
That's right. So did you.
when he was on TapTapConcede or on. Is this your card playing Riftbound?
Riftbound?
Oh.
Yeah, I actually had a really good time playing
Yeah.
my Rek'Sai deck there. Thanks for putting that together.
Yeah, anyways.
Um,
Sorry for timing the recording of this episode.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's like an F tier mechanic. There's just not enough going on with it. Like the rest of these mechanics, like, oh yeah, that's different from things. Whereas Riot is just like slightly better haste.
It's cheating because I'm pretty sure haste is in here.
Yeah, we're gonna put
I'm
haste
gonna put
higher
haste
than
higher,
Riot
yeah.
because haste was the first one to do it.
Yeah, again, it's the difference between the like overload and other versions of it. Not just cleave, but it's like, yeah, no, I was good with just haste, right?
Yeah, the thing is,
haste is more flexibly used.
That's true.
Because like none of the creatures with Riot, like haste can go on creatures where it's like, oh, you mean I can actually tap this right away to do this thing or whatever. None of the creatures that have Riot have like interesting tap abilities in the same way that they can give haste to.
There's
sometimes.
there's design space where you could have stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like let's say you have a creature that taps to deal damage equal to its power. And like you could either give it haste to it immediately or have it riot, and maybe it's normally a 1/1, but it comes in as a 2/2 and it will deal more damage. Like
That's a cool idea.
very cool.
Yeah, like that.
Don't steal that from me.
That common goblin from Mirrodin just having riot would
Spike
be really
shot
cool.
goblin?
Yeah, spike shot with riot would
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Is it 4 mana and 1 power? Is that okay? That's an interesting limited card, right?
Right. There's a
Yeah.
conversation to have about that. That when if you give it haste, like you kind of lose that. But haste is just. I think there's a lot. You never have to. Well, you do put reminder text on haste sometimes, but like haste tells you you can grok it, right? Much like Death Touch, you can grok it.
I want to say haste is like actual Daft Punk, but riot is like your drunk friend playing Daft Punk for their DJ set and just like hitting play on random access memories and then going on the dance floor. That's
Okay.
riot.
And so
I have a very vivid. I have a very vivid image of us drunkenly at your place after F&M. This was like 16 years
Yeah.
ago. Playing somebody's borrowed copy of DJ Hero,
Nice.
and that exactly happened. somebody puts on like Defunk, and you just hear like, oh, like the game's like you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
But people are like, I love this song.
You had to stay at my place for so late so that everyone would stop playing Heroes of New Earth on the one TV or whatever. Yeah.
I love this song, man. No, don't pick the Ruinous Minotaur.
So where's
Okay,
Riot?
we're
going?
waiting for your sound.
Riot, F tier.
Great.
Cool.
Okay. Embalm is next.
Oh yeah. Get that card off.
Oh yeah, look at that little cat.
Yeah.
This is a top deck that can save you. You're just like, wait, I can jump and gain a life for 2 turns in a row. This is time walk.
Embalm is so cool. It's the kind of mechanic where at the beginning you're like, I wish this had a slightly different name so that you could use it more often.
Right.
But then you're like, nah, it actually just hits that it's called Embalm and brings out the zombies.
I mean, they can embalm zombies on
Yeah.
other planes
for
too.
sure.
They haven't
Embalming
yet, but
is-
they could.
Embalming isn't just an Egyptian thing.
No,
Yeah.
embalming is a universal part of how, well, not universal, but it's how a lot of cultures will use embalming techniques for the death. Yeah, it's being a mortician is like one of the few AI proof professions or whatever.
I effing hope so.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's hope
here's
so.
what I've got. Just pumps you full of some chemical.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting question.
It might be embalming fluid.
No, you idiot. The corpse is now bloated. Huh. Okay. We'll find less fat corpse. Anyways.
So my feeling on where to put embalm is like kind of in the middle. Like I think C is fair.
I
I would
could
hear arguments for maybe higher. I don't know, or
I think C is fine.
in the anywhere in the aura of B to D, I think is okay.
Yeah, I
don't think it's quite A tier, but
Nah.
it's very cool.
I think C is fine, and it's one of these mechanics where it definitely has its fans, which like pushes it up.
Like Overload, I also really want to see more cards with this ability, right? Like it's distinct from Eternalize, and I think Eternalize has seen more action in Constructed,
Right.
And more new cards. I'm looking at you, Fnatic Aronis, right? Like very commonly played Eternalize card.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be cool if we got some more Embalm cards too, because
sure.
it is they are distinct abilities, and they're both cool.
For the record, I hate Commander. And we can cut this.
If you're wondering,
But like, I do have an embalm. I have several embalm Commander decks, like all with the same Temet, but just different versions
lists,
of
yeah.
it. And like, yeah, I can't get enough. It's so fun to play. You're like, oh, you killed my thing? No, you didn't.
Unearth.
Oh, James, he's treating us.
I think Unearth is like an A tier ability.
That was a reaction for Hellspark Elemental.
Yeah,
I
we
love
love
Hellspark
Hellspark Elemental
Elemental.
here. Yeah, fans. I don't know. You could probably talk me into S. I just feel like we kind of need to save some room for the 90s
Look at
mechanics.
that! Look at that smile. It's that damn smile. I love it. Unearth, you hit them for 3. Okay, Hellspark Elemental.
Okay.
Hey, Do it again. How am I paying more for you? Nah. Nah.
I know you already did me this favor, but what if you did me one more favor? That's who on Earth is. It's the buddy that you can go to after they've just dropped you off the airport, and you're like, "Hey, this is so shitty, and I'm sorry. I know I'm just about to get out of your car, but do you have $20? I don't, and I'm so hungry, and I just realized I have nothing on me except what I need to travel. Like, can I hit you back?" This is before,
Wild thing
everyone
to
was
do in
carrying credit
2026.
cards. Yeah, no, nobody does that anymore because we all carry computers around with us. But this was a thing that you could do in the 2000s. Like when Hellspark Elemental was printed, you could be like...
You could lie to your friends.
All right, where are we putting
Where do you
Earth
like
then?
it? Is it
On
A good
Earth.
for you?
B tier. I think B is... You're right.
I'll
There's
settle.
so many 90s
There's just
mechanics.
It's honestly, it's just we have so much stuff we have to have room
Yeah,
for. That's why we're putting
Unearthed
Earth
B tier.
I'm okay
All right,
with it.
B it is. Next, I'm not wasting time on segues this episode.
Okay.
Because we gotta, we have so many mechanics. So I'm just gonna say the next one is Miracle.
Okay.
I actually really like Miracle. I love Miracle.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think it's so cool. I think the dumbest people get mad about it. I think it creates these sick moments. It synergizes with like a category of card. The border looks good.
I do
A
like the border.
variety of Miracles cards saw play. The worst deck to basically win a Pro Tour was a Miracles
It
deck.
was such a bad deck.
It's so bad.
If you look at it next to other Pro Tour decks, you're like, how did this win?
Yeah, watch that top 8. It the real criminal is the mana base of playing a 3-color deck in this format.
Right.
Real quick, speaking of the border, I just like small graphic design thing. One of the things I love about this border is how not hard they went. They could have gone much harder, but they're like a little thing with the lines and then this little arrow at the top of the text, and that's all it needs.
Just a little bit of anime running lines.
Yeah, and it's real good. And it could have been garish.
They were pretty good at doing that in this era too.
Yeah.
Like the Eldrazi. If
were
you
reserved.
look like the Pathrazer of Ulamog we looked at, looking at the Eldrazi border in here, it's like it's effectively like extended art or almost borderless, but you don't always get that unless you just sit and look at it, and that's great.
It's
subtle. It's kind of like this, right?
Doesn't slap you in the face.
I'm sure there are people who are like the Miracle border, and somebody might be like, "Yeah, it's got the lines going all around." It's like, nope, no, just at the top. It's stronger at the very top, but then kind of peters out, and it looks different based on the colors.
Yeah.
Because there's Miracles in every color, and they all have a different, like the black on white, because they didn't have any black Miracles originally, and they printed one into Commander product, and you're like, damn, that looks great. The blue ones look great.
It's because they saved the original border. It's just like a filter. Like it's like an adding to the board. It's working with the board.
James, I hate to ask for an individual card, but to prove my point, can I get Terminus on the screen, please? Because Terminus is just, I mean, it's beautiful. Look at that.
Terminus is a card that makes you want to play Magic.
Yeah.
I like also specifically for Bonfire and Terminus, the lines on the border almost look like they're informed by these bright lights in the art.
Right.
Exactly.
Which is very cool. I like also that the lines are going over the drop shadow around the border. So like they're like, sorry, I'm just like graphic nerding about the miracle. The miracle border, I think it's really cool.
Kind of does it a bit.
It's just
Got to
so
show
like
us temporal mastery, James.
it's just so in there with the border art. It's like very much part of the design.
Okay, so I would, yeah.
Anyway,
I think I need it above B.
That's not a reason to put Miracle high, but where do you want to put it?
Yeah. Can we just fit it into A? Let's
put it into A and make the Dumbos really mad.
Yeah,
let's do that.
That's not how you spell that.
Mircal.
Mercale.
I don't know how. Are these locked in, James?
Yep, it's Miracle now.
Great. Okay.
Miracle. Just say Miracle quickly.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a miracle card. Next, Bloodthirst.
Oh, this could be a D tier.
Yeah. It's kind of
cool.
it kind of snuck in.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
is cool. It is sweet.
Yeah.
But it was kind of in a light episode. Hey,
All right.
sometimes you have to win the pairings bracket.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Great.
You can top 8 with a terrible deck.
Yep.
Let's just throw that sucker in D. We're very evenly spaced
Wait,
so
do
far.
you want to do your thing?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Bloodthirst, D tier.
Noise.
Oh, and I forgot. Murkow, A tier.
After Bloodthirst, we have Ninjutsu.
Is it like, this is my miracle deck?
This is my miracle deck.
Yeah. Ninjutsu. This is a cool evocative mechanic
Yep.
with cards that still see play. One of the most common, like, hey, I want to build a deck
Yes.
out of this mechanic, and it really supports that. The design of the cards and the support cards for it really exist. They work. Yeah,
It sounds
It's a thing.
like what I'm going to say sounds like a kind of a nothing burger, but the fact that somebody could say, I want to build a ninjas deck and I want to build a ninjutsu deck, and either of those, I mean, ninjutsu has more or less has the word ninja in it.
Right.
Like you can say that, and the person that you're saying it to will understand exactly what you mean no matter what. And you'll get the same outcome. You won't get a different thing. If I go up to Nelson and go like, I want a flying deck or I want a bird deck, like I might get a different result, right?
Right.
Even though somebody that doesn't know the game super well may genuinely do that. They may just associate all birds with flying, and so they'll be like, I want a flying deck.
Right.
And some, non-bird creatures get in there, or I want a bird deck, and they might get one of the birds that doesn't have flying. It's just it tells you, well, it doesn't tell you what it does, but it's like if you hear I want to build a ninjas deck, you know what's going to happen.
You're
I
going
want
to
to
be casting some sneak spells.
I want to build a ninjutsu deck.
So we're also timing the.
Well, that is a
recording
knock.
a bit.
That is a knock against it.
Kind of, yeah.
I actually don't hate putting this in like D tier. I'm the Kamigawa kid.
You are, yeah.
It's just
That's what they call you.
the fact that they made this mechanic and were like, okay, we have to try to make this a different way. And then they're like, okay, hold on. We need to make this a third different way. Like they've tried to iterate on it several times to remove the flavor from it, which, oh no, my steak is too juicy. Like it's just like I get that they can't do it everywhere, right? It's just so tied to ninjas. Frankly, I think they probably could. You just put it on a rogue. Who gives a?
They they low key have tied it to Kamigawa ninjas, right?
Yes.
Like they've gone to New York twice in this school year that we're recording this segment in. Who knows what day? And both times they had to remake ninjutsu for New York.
Right.
2 different ways.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
point.
it's like that is kind of a knock.
Like there's thematic reasons for sure, but like it's just put ninjutsu on stuff.
Yeah.
People like ninjas.
I'm fine with C or D, whichever the Kamigawa boy prefers.
Kamigawa Kid, that's your one. I'm gonna say D, man. I love it. Again,
This is the S tier.
yeah, this is the S tier. I'll keep saying this so that I don't receive death threats from someone whose big gulp budget is $30 a week. But it's just, it's like it's still really good.
Are they going to threaten to kill you with the $30 worth of
They're gonna kill me with so much corn syrup.
Yeah, they're just sneaking it into your water.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing now that I don't think our overlay is going to support 5
Nice.
categories across for some of these, but
That's okay. At
We'll
least we
cross that
spelled
bridge
all the
when we-
mechanics right.
yeah,
It automatically resizes.
yeah. Oh, it makes them smaller
I think it just adds. It's going to look a little weird
because before it
unfortunately,
would knock it off the bottom.
Computer
You know what?
add-
We'll
figure it out.
we'll cross that bridge when we come to
Computer
it.
add 100 mechanics to D tier.
So next, you recalled correctly. It's haste.
Oh yeah. I mean, it has to be above C. Do you just want to? Does this one make the most sense to S from the remaining like great old ones? Go ahead.
Haste, S tier. For some reason, we still will occasionally say summoning sickness
Oh yeah.
in Magic the Gathering.
They printed it on cards.
I know, it's wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool.
It didn't used to be a game
Yeah.
term.
It's like the stack and summoning sickness and the mana pool are all like these sort of hidden things that usually cards don't refer to or whatever. For most
And
of
they've
Magic
started
the
to
Gathering.
phase some of them out. Like
Well, yeah, mana pool
doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Terrible decision, but
like it does sort of because you can float mana. So like the idea of
Yeah,
there being
the idea.
mana that's not gonna stick around and also isn't tied to like a card you still have to tap.
me
like, that's
cornering
there.
Gavin at a Magic Con, and where's the mana, Gavin?
Where does
If
it
I tap
go?
my land, where's the mana?
If I float it, where is it floating?
Where's it floating?
Where's it floating?
That's why we call it floating, because it's on the pool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Haste, so dope. Because, again, the game is kind of based around this idea, this core tenet of like, if a creature hits play, it can't attack or do a thing for that turn. You got to wait a turn.
Yeah.
Everything about the game is based around that. Mm-hmm. And then mechanics, I mean, Magic the Gathering is a game about rules, and the cards break those rules.
Yeah.
And I think Haste is one of the most cleanest ways of breaking that rule, and doing so that is very straightforward. Of like, right, I can't attack with a creature that I played this turn. And then you encounter a card with Haste, and you're like, I can attack with the creature I played this turn. Ooh. And I think a lot of casual players go through the like, I just need, why play anything, like why play another creature ever again? Every creature I play should have haste because they're just better.
I'm just playing creatures with haste and creatures that I'm looking to trade away. That's my deck.
Mm-hmm.
And they almost called it Alacrity, and that would have been much worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
They gave that one to Vampire the Eternal Struggle, though, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Lamau.
Sounds better in context. All right. So haste is
S tier.
Let's go.
And we get 5 per tier. So we got 3. We got 2 more for S.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Flash.
Ah, crap.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Okay, this is, you got to stop, man.
There's been a lot of Queen in my household recently. So.
Right.
Yeah, I've always had that problem.
Flash is kind of it's a bit like haste in that, you know, the cards, you have to cast spells on your own turn, but the game breaks those rules. But also, Flash has a complicated history with Magic. It's kind of one of those like mana pool summoning sickness things where like if they were to remake the game again, they probably wouldn't make instants.
Yeah, they just did sorceries with Flash.
Yeah, sorceries with Flash, creatures with Flash, artifacts with Flash. So it's like it started out on just some creatures, and then eventually they were like, wait, we could put this on any spell. And then they were like, "Oh, right."
It was on auras.
Was it auras before creatures?
There were some. I think auras and creatures, same kind of time.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because in Mirage, because it's like Mirage Block was the big one. There might be some beforehand.
I can only remember early creatures, so I guess the aura.
But like King Cheetah is a big one. James, don't you dare put that up on the screen. But there was like a series of enchantments that are like, you can cast this as though it had flash, but you have to get rid of it at the end of your turn. Right. So they play out like pump spells or whatever, but
necromancy and
necromancy and friends.
Right.
And so
that was the same set.
Yeah, but that's cool. Like it's a cool idea. I do think that I don't want to put it at S tier.
No, me neither.
I'd put it at A tier. I think Flash at A is
I'm fine
right.
with A or B. It just is like it's crucial to the game, but
I like it at B actually.
Yeah.
I had a thought and then it went away from me. Flash is a cool name, but also like not the easiest thing to grok.
Yeah.
Right? Like what do you mean Flash?
Right.
I mean, it works for me because of like phrases, you know, like quick as a flash, right?
Sure.
Like it.
That common phrase.
A flash is by definition
Flash in the
a
pan?
quick thing.
Yeah, but what does quick mean? Does it mean that it has haste?
A flash of light. It means, well, honestly, what we usually associate with flash is that it was something that only appeared for a brief moment.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a small amount of time, right?
I think of it, yeah, exactly.
So it is actually a bit of a stretch linguistically to be like, you can do this whenever you want.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's what they want to communicate.
Flash should be like the creature comes in and then does its enters thing and then leaves immediately.
I
like
could
it was
see
evoked.
a world where people think Flash is evoke or where people think Flash is haste.
Exactly. The world where people think Flash is haste is the one we live in.
That's right.
Riding the desk at YJ, like I had plenty of people be like, "Oh, I can play it at the end of my turn because it has haste," and they're like have it mixed up or whatever, right? Or I just played it this turn, I can attack with it because it has flash.
Right.
That's really common,
Right?
And unfortunately for Flash, they had to name this mechanic, and it was going to do a ton of heavy lifting for the entirety of Magic's career. Like, there's probably some secret best name for the Flash mechanic that is hiding on a white
split second.
yeah, exactly. Like internally at R&D, they probably have a whiteboard with like, if we could go back, we would call Flash this. You know, it's not bad. It's nice that it's one syllable, but
Yeah.
So where's it going?
B tier. Flash, B tier.
Nice.
Get that out of A tier, young man. Thank you.
thanks, James.
Alrighty, next we are on prowess.
See, prowess is like the opposite of Flash, where I think they tried to design the mechanic. Was it for Cons? Is that the first appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They tried to design a mechanic that was like for a certain subset of a clan that might have been associated with that clan, and then realized, oh wait, we can't get enough of this.
Oh, wait.
And it has a sweet name.
Wait a minute. The ball's out of the park. Oh, I don't have to run these bases. I can walk.
I'm just gonna put this on all kinds of cards from everywhere.
I do love that they're like, here's prowess, and everybody is like universally just loves it. It's a great mechanic. People build around it. To this day, there are prowess decks.
Yeah.
Then they're like, okay,
And they're like competitive decks too.
Yep.
There's like a prowess deck at every tier of like Magic involved.
which is huge.
yeah.
And then they're like, okay, that was fun. Anyways, here's a bird that triggers off of instants and sorceries. And people are like, boo! What? No, idiot. And bring back prowess. Like, okay. Here's prowess again. Like, that doesn't happen that often. You get a new mechanic, you're like, oh, this is cool. I'd like to see more of it. But people were like, oh, so this is just prowess but worse. Why do I want to do this? And not in the like I'm min-maxing, just in the like it's so cool that prowess triggers off my maniacal rage, like my enchantment or whatever.
Arcane Signet.
Yeah. And Flurry that came out in Tarkir Dragonstorm triggers off of the second spell you cast.
Yeah.
It's one of those mechanics where, myself included, I mean, I didn't say it exactly like this, but people said like, hey, I wish this cared about just non-creature spells. Like, I wish Flurry was more just like, you cast your second non-creature spell, you get a thing, like a big thing. Like almost like it's a double prowess, right?
Right.
Because prowess itself is so tied to it gets +1/+1, which is like a gotcha mechanic. That's the one downside at it, which is so sick that a gotcha mechanic is so universally beloved.
Because it's really easy to set up 2-for-1s.
Yes,
in
even
combat.
by stupid people. Like they love prowess, even though they're the ones that are getting got.
Honestly, the fact that you get got by prowess sometimes, it sort of makes me love it more, because it feels like kind of like how vigilance and haste work. It feels like another like intro to learning the strategy of the game thing.
For sure.
Like if they just have a blue up and you're setting up a 2/1 against their 1/2, it's like, well, it doesn't have to be a spell that gives the creature +1/+1 on its own.
Well,
It can just be any spell.
any spell.
Any spell, and they win the fight, you know?
Lets you diversify the type of spells you play too. I play that bird that only cares about instant sorceries. You'll never believe what my deck is going to be made of. Boring. I play a prowess card and I go, wait a minute, this artifact can trigger prowess, so I get to play it. This enchantment. I can even play a planeswalker and feel okay. That's cool as hell. Prowess. A tier. I should have consulted you.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I would have said something. I want to know which bird that you're talking about that's like a wee dragon.
Oh, Haven Wind Mage.
Haven Wind
The
Mage.
wee Dragonaut.
And there was Discourse. I missed that.
The wee Dragonauts I like because it says like, hey, you're playing an instant and a sorcery only, +2/+0.
Yeah.
Or +3/+0.
I think it's +3.
The
Kiln Fiend.
The Kiln Fiend style cards. That's
that
cool.
one's +3. Wee Dragon is +2.
Yeah. That's cool.
But they did one that was just when you cast instant sorcery, you get +1/+1.
I hate Aven Wind
And
Mage,
that's-
man.
that's
Everybody
bad.
hated Aven Wind Mage, especially in Core Set 2020.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next, Warp.
Warp.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this one's cool, but it may be kind of snuck in. Warp happened, and we liked it, and then it hasn't shown up a ton. I think we've been using the cards less and less in Constructed.
Yeah, there are good warp creatures. There are people that build decks around abusing warp. There are commanders that people go, I'm going to play Tanook and warp as much as possible.
Yeah.
I think we just have to put it at F because we haven't seen enough of it.
Yeah.
And it's too new.
Well, the thing is, it's just barely not brand new, and it's starting to fade from my memory already.
Right.
So I actually think that's kind of a bad sign.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
Yeah. It's great, though. The fact that it is an S tier. I don't think
I'm fine with it being in this show. Yeah.
Sure. I don't think it hit S tier the same way that, like, maybe Riot did, where it's like, I mean, this is a cool mechanic, but, like, you know, this wouldn't be an S if there were other, like, cooler mechanics around. It's an S because we have to talk about Fortify or whatever, right? Like,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Warp has potential.
I could see if Warp is brought back and they don't futz it too much, I could see, like, when we do the 10th anniversary of this, we would put Warp up in, like, C tier, B tier.
Like Warp, I could see Warp. It's not how did you get in here mechanic. It's just what have you done for me lately situation.
Next, we have Offspring.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Now, did we...
B is for babies.
We didn't... If I recall correctly, we purposefully didn't factor in the adorableness of the tokens into the ranking.
no, we did.
We did? Okay, great.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Good. Just checking.
I think that because there's so much physicality to Offspring, and that's a positive and a negative. The negative being, like, you really need the proper token for not just for, like, memory reasons, but also just because, like, that's how you get the whole story.
If they dropped collector's edition, just the tokens from Bloomborough in a box with like 5 packs of Bloomborough.
Nelson, stop, dude. Stop. Don't
encourage them.
Offspring has already made me spend way too much money. Like, yeah, just cool it.
All right.
Yeah, God, if
This ability is sweet. We're high on it.
I do like B for babies.
It's like I actually think B is correct, not just because B is for babies, but it's like Offspring is just outside of the like the A and the S for us. I think we're on the same page here. It's just like these are like the juiciest mechanics that like have them. They have to have like a lot of play. They're all on creatures that like someone knows and cares about or loves or hates.
Right.
And Offspring is like, it's just outside of there. There's actually not a ton of Offspring cards that get played constantly. It's more like this cool thing from Bloomborough that just is very satisfying.
Yeah. Or they make like the S and A has to be so just it's not even a mechanic. It's like baked into the
more
cards.
like core rules. Like they're getting closer to being like what would Magic be without these?
Like you think of Monastery Swiftspear, and like I can tell you it has haste and prowess. But like even people that have only been playing with that card for like a short amount of time, that card doesn't have text. It's Monastery Swiftspear, right?
Right.
It's just that's just how this card happens to work.
I want to say though, if they started dropping Offspring cards like more regularly, maybe I would be like, actually, Offspring. If they just printed it like on something every year, if we redid this in 10 years, I'd be like, oh, Offspring S tier.
Yeah.
Like I could see.
Again, the fact that you really need another physical card is a bit of a knock against it.
Sure.
But like,
It's very fun.
yeah, it's fun. It's cute. The cards, like, there are playable Offspring cards, a variety of playable Offspring cards. Commander players like it. It's, I mean,
It's better
Bloomborough is great, just in general.
Yeah.
Also, it's just like, I think that we should say, like, hey, this is a game where they didn't want to reprint Lorwyn for 20 plus years because people thought it was gay parentheses derogatory. And like that was a contributing factor.
Sure.
And that sucks. That's a terrible mindset to have as both a company and to be, surrounded by as a queer man.
It's not the community you want.
It's the kind of thing I grew up surrounded hearing that kind of thing. Like people are like, yeah, I don't like how, fancy schmancy it is or whatever.
Right. I like how colorful it is.
And so you get a set like Bloomborough that it's like it's gay parentheses complimentary.
Right.
It's a setting as well that is very appealing beyond just the like, I don't know, like 30-year-old white guy from Ohio demographic.
Right.
Like women like it. The queer community likes it. It's cute. It gets other people into it. That's great.
Yeah, it's
and Offspring, I think, is a large part of that, right? It adds to the collection aspect. It just does so much outside of the text of the cards, which some of that is a knock against it. Some of that is like you guys killed it.
But in the past, we've talked about how if your mechanic is totally tied to your plane, then that's kind of a knock. But sometimes it actually can be okay if that plane is like doing the good work for the community.
Buddy, they got babies on Ravnica. You could have babies everywhere.
I suddenly am realizing that I just want them to keep printing Offspring cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just make the tokens extra available if possible.
What about the other S-tier Bloomborough mechanic, Gift?
Well, this one's going to get a bit of a knock here.
Yeah, Gift is not a cream of the cream ability.
Very cool. People build around it.
It's like, what if you had to have the token, but you didn't have as much fun playing the card? It is cool. No, it is clever though. It's funny they both need you to have the specific token, but this time you have to give the fish to the opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care. I'm sorry. Gift getting to S tier, I think, is fine because from a like game design standpoint, I think Gift is extremely clever. Gift is like a cool space. It's really smart that they made it. And I just don't care about it that much after that.
The biggest knock for Gift is that despite the fact that it sees play, there are cards with Gift that see play at all like levels of play.
Yeah.
The higher up you get, the less the gift actually matters. Like Into the Floodmaw is like what the best gift card, where you give somebody a fish, and it really is just it's the reparations flavor text of like, I'm sorry I burned your village. Here's some gold. It's like, hey, sorry, I'm going to storm off and kill you. Here's a fish.
Yeah.
And that's
May I offer you a fish in this trying, you lose the game right now.
that is a little more funny than colonialism and genocide, but. I was going to say not by much, and I realized I did not have the right tone for that.
Right.
The joke would not come across.
I went into that sentence with one thing in mind, and it, yeah.
Anyways, the fact that the gift part of it matters less as you go up, and that the most popular, or at least the most powerful gift card, the gift doesn't matter, is kind of a knock against it. And yeah, requiring tokens is okay, but it's weird to require tokens to give to your opponent.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the 2 map tokens from Get Lost, I guess. Though that's always satisfying because you're blowing their thing up and you're like, I can't wait to get my map tokens out. But the fish is like, this fish doesn't even matter. But here
it's
you
such
go.
a jerk move, but it is a very big power move to like get lost their thing. Be like, you got map tokens. It's like, no. It's like, sorry, Playboy, you're the one creating them,
Right.
Yeah.
So where are we putting it?
Gift F tier.
Alrighty. Next, Equip. Which I recall at the time there was a big discussion about.
There was such a big discussion, but
There was a huge discussion,
I
which we
think-
don't need to relitigate, obviously.
yeah, we don't have
but
to go all the way through Equip again. I think for where we're at with ranking all the S tier mechanics, it's probably like a C. Like it's like right in the middle of like, yes, this is an important mechanic. It just isn't actually like most people's favorite thing, even about equipment.
Excuse me.
Paying the equip cost. I don't know, or the way Equip works. Like,
If Equip
it's okay. It's good.
If Equip is so good, how come all these equipment decks try to circumvent the Equip cost, huh?
Right.
G tier. No. Yeah, Equip C tier.
Nice. From attaching, I know I said I wasn't going to do segues, but I lied. From attaching artifacts to creatures to attaching creatures to creatures, it's Bestow.
How'd you get in here, pal?
Right.
Actually,
No, I like Bestow.
I like Bestow. I think Bestow is D for Bestow.
Both of these, yeah, that's fine. Both of these abilities kind of saved auras, right? In one way, it turned the auras into something you'd reuse, and the other way, it turned the auras into something you'd
If we
reuse.
could just get these players to care less about Rancor, it won't happen. Bestow also, I think, I don't hate it being in S tier.
Yeah, it's fine that it's in here. I think.
And for what it's worth, I think the Nyx border is what they call it.
Yeah.
That was on the Bestow creatures, maybe all enchantment creatures, but certainly
It was on-
Bestow
It
was like.
I
the
think
big
it was
one.
on all the enchantment creatures, and
Yeah, I
now
think
it's on
the
all
Naiads that
enchantments.
don't have it.
Now,
Bestow, yeah.
now it's all enchantments,
Yeah.
and like that's kind of dope. Like
I
Bestow,
I also quite like this border.
it's great.
Yeah.
Bestow is a large contributor to that border,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I think it's a good D tier. It's cool. People like it. Every time a new Bestow card comes out in like a if they put it in a Commander product or like a Modern Horizons product or whatever, people are like, oh.
Yeah, usually turns heads.
Yeah, there were a couple in MH3, and like that set
Yeah,
is
one of
a
them's a popper
garbage
banger.
garbage fire.
Right.
But like the bestow cards in that set are cool. People talk about them positively.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the Bestow Hydra.
The
Is
Nyxborn Hydra is huge.
not a criminal, but a cool card. Actually,
I
good
will
and
die
limited.
to this.
Yeah. It's a cool win con
Yeah.
that it plays a role, right? And it's creative and different for the deck that's playing it.
It also Nyxborn Hydra also broke the bestow like contract so that it would not die because it's the it's
X+1 or something.
yeah it has 1 toughness but doesn't grant literally because all the other bestow creatures they grant literally their power and toughness as plus power plus toughness. The Hydra doesn't because it has an extra 1 toughness or else it would simply die.
Right.
So
Right. Which honestly
It's-
is kind of cool that they're like, hey, we have to make this change to make this card work.
Mm-hmm.
They did, and people aren't losing sleep about it. Right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, I get why you had to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evoke.
I'm so high on this mechanic. You don't care? Okay.
No, I like Evoke. I like Evoke a lot.
I would like it above C.
I think Evoke at B is pretty good.
Okay, I will
It's-
settle for
Man,
B.
it's wild seeing the ether ligature again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fish Bus is a really weird looking card. This card in particular, and I mean most of the Evoke creatures, especially the blue ones, you really you play this card and people are like, whoa, what are you doing? You're like, this is Magic the Gathering. Check it out. Like you get to play this weird
Yes.
Fish Bus.
I
I just spent 6 mana to return my opponent's card to his sand and then have a 4/4.
It is mostly tied to obviously the weirdness that is Lorwyn. But like I think it is again much like Offspring. It's worth mentioning that like Evoke on these weird elementals. Even the elemental incarnations are not as weird, but they are very cool.
Yeah.
Like they have this kind of like Nelson says, they feel like magic, right? That's a huge plus for Evoke. Is because like not just does it look cool just including those cards, people looking at you play them. When you have a card like Fish Bus, you want the Aether Snipe, you want to have it in play and look at it because it's cool, but you're making a decision to only have it temporarily to get the effect. Like there is a it's so wild to think about it, but like there's a reason why foil creature cards, like out of a competitive kind of sense, like if you even think about stuff that's popular in Commander or whatever, like foil creatures, foil enchantments, foil artifacts, permanents are like always more expensive than some of the spells because like in terms of like dollar amount,
Right.
because you want to look at them. You just want to have them in play and stare at them and show them off because they're cool. You want to look at cool cards. And Evoke is a mechanic that says like, hey, you don't get to look at the cool card for that. But you get to be like, I could have had this cool card, but I made a conscious decision to only get it momentarily. And that's like a pretty big deal, right?
Right.
Magic doesn't ask you to like give up on your very cool thing outside of like Evoke and maybe cycling.
Right.
Yeah.
So are we thinking B tier or A tier? It's in there somewhere for me. I do feel like it does a really good job communicating like what Magic's supposed to feel like, as opposed to like rent is due and I have to pay these taxes. Like I could be evoking an elemental.
Evoke A tier.
I think
Nice.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Cycling.
Cycling.
Okay.
Important for Magic's history. Crucial design element to help try to balance the classic problem of lands and spells. You know, which like it is a feature of Magic the Gathering, not a bug. But at the same time, we want some quality of life adjustments. That said, this is ranking inside the S tier. And while there are cycling decks, they're mostly played by like sharks. Like if you're building a cycling deck, it's because you've figured out like, oh, there's something I can do with a cycling deck in this format.
Right.
It's not like I'm putting together a fun deck for Commander Night and it's all cycling. It's like, no, you're not. One of those things is not true. At least. Anyways, I'm fine with it at F or D, whatever.
and I forget. Cycling includes like all cycling.
Oh yeah,
right?
the basic land
like
cycling,
basic land cycling,
wizard
and land
cycling.
Sure. I have I over the years I love cycling. I mean, I love playing with cycling. When you stop to think about what cycling is for Magic, you're like, hey, wait a minute. Why does it do this?
Right.
What's the flavor?
Sure, lore-wise,
whatever.
doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
But I have over the years just gone like, you know what? Land cycling is the best. Like the basic land cycling,
Yeah.
I think that is the coolest representation of it. I think it is it still kind of lacks on the like, why am I doing this? But you have you get the feeling of it instead of it being like, oh no, I didn't have a target for my removal spell. Instead of waiting, I'm just going to cycle it. It's, oh, I can't cast the 6-drop tiger. Well, I'll cycle it, find a land, and then if I draw another copy of 6-drop tiger, I will cast that one because of the land I found. And I think that's shown in the land cyclers that we get at Limited.
Yeah.
We get them pretty often. Lorwyn had one of the best ones that we've ever received. The elemental. There's an elemental land cycler that on ETB it exiles the top card. And
the Kolrath Invoker or whatever, or Kolrath Champion or something, or Kolrath
that
Knight.
card rips.
Yeah, that card's so good
It's
because
so good.
it plays into the classic play pattern you're talking about so much. What do I have? Too few lands or too many lands? And when you have too many, it's like, hey, I'm extra good at doing that too because I'm going to give you another card you can play.
Yeah.
When you have too few, it's like, hey, yeah, 2 mana, go get a basic land.
I'd like to put cycling at C.
Sure.
Does that work? Yeah.
C for cycling?
C for cycling.
That's totally
cycling C tier.
Hell yeah. Okay. Pretty soon we're going to figure out what the overlay is going to do when we get to 5. Next, it's an important one because I'm told, and I mean provably not from this list, but I'm told all mechanics are this. It's kicker.
Oh, S tier.
Yeah, you love is kicker S of the.
I just think reductive, reductive comments by people that haven't left their house in the past 5 months aside, kicker is kind of just perfect. Right?
There's a reason all mechanics
Right,
are kicker.
Yeah,
It's oh, that's actually just a really good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Imagining Magic without kicker is kind of hard. We could do it until kicker showed up, basically.
Yeah.
Right? It was in Tempest first? Is that right?
Technically, Alliances was the first.
Oh, okay, right.
Pseudo. It wasn't called kicker, but that's when they did
They started doing. You
could pay.
You can pay extra.
Primal Justice, I believe, is one of the first. Kicker.
If they hadn't thought of it when they thought of it, they would have thought of it soon after.
Absolutely.
Right. Kicker was coded into Magic's DNA.
Honestly, it is shocking that it took until Invasion to get kicker.
Sure.
But maybe that was also just a part of a design shift where they're like, damn, Masks block sucks ass. We need to make cards that are good or at least have the opportunity to be good.
Right.
And kicker was that. You have a bunch of these kind of lower powered role players that if you get to the kicker cost, they can do something huge and impactful or make them pretty good. It's just, and without kicker, if we assume that there's a world where, or we imagine rather that there's a world where we never got kicker, and so we never got anything like kicker.
Right.
Let's just say kicker never happened, and they never said okay, cool, additional costs. Yeah, goodbye. I hate the every mechanic is kicker, but the idea of what if I just paid an additional cost and got something that is an increase,
right?
That's just Magic, baby.
Yeah.
That's decisions.
It's also like cycling where you're like, hey, do you have too little mana or too much mana? Just put however much mana you have into your kicker spell.
Mm-hmm.
Then you play a spell this turn.
Player agency, just giving them all upside, letting them do stuff different times of the game. Also, kicker is a pretty. It doesn't. I mean, it means something if you speak English, but it's not tied to the world.
Yeah, it's
so much.
It's more just about the card.
A
game.
wizard's not
cycling.
going volcanic burst with kicker, right?
No, they're just doing it stronger.
Yes, exactly. But that's
saying it
but that's
louder.
cool. You can feel that.
Yeah.
Right? You could be This is a fireball, and it's like, this is a big fireball. This is a punch. This is a really aggressive punch.
This is
right?
a Cavu Titan.
This is a really big Cavutite. You've seen a large animal before out in the wild. You've seen a bear. You've seen like a moose or something.
yeah.
But then you've seen a big bear. You've seen a big moose. And getting that like translated between like, oh, there's a Cavutitan. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh my God, look at the size of the Cavutitan, right? Yeah. Kicker, S tier.
Hell yeah.
This is good S tier.
It's a good S tier.
It is, yeah.
Next up, justifiable crash out about the crimes of Lockstone Warhammer aside, lifelink.
So we got to put an S tier, right? Do you want to not put it in S?
I'm just...
You're worried. You're worried. He's worried.
I know we have Trample and Menace coming.
Oh, I'm putting trampled. We can get a swap too.
We could have a swamp. A swamp. I want a swamp, and then to pay 1 mana and cast a 1/1 lifelink with that stuff because that's the best thing to do in Magic the Gathering. No, I'm actually okay with lifelink at S tier.
I like lifelink.
Lifelink needs to be above vigilance. That's all I wanted from going in. I did think about lifelink a little bit before this show, and it's just like getting your attacking and defending done at the same time is more fun with lifelink than it is with vigilance. Mm-hmm. Even though they both kind of do it. I know it's different, and some creatures really make it a lot different, and depending on the board state and whatever. But like, they're both kind of set out to be like, I attack and block. But lifelink is way cooler.
Once it like clicks that like lightning helix 3 I gain 3 life doesn't have lifelink but plays like that, right?
Yeah.
Once they realize like that's not 3 damage, that is a 6-point life swing, and it translates to a 2/2 with lifelink hitting them. I hit you for 2, but I gain 2. That's a 4-point life swing, and they're like, oh my God, that is so good. And they go, well, how do I make this lifelink creature bigger? How do I attack more aggressively with these lifelink creatures? If I have a lifelink blocker, that's like I can block 2 things. Like I think it levels up players, does so naturally. Like this card has lifelink. What does that do? Take a guess. When it does the thing, I gain life. And what do creatures do?
Good guess.
They damage. Right? Like it's like, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I love lifelink, man. Lifelink at S tier.
Let's do it. Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Okay.
It still looks good.
We scrolling.
I mean, it's a meercow that we could even fit this many on there.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen now.
This is perfect for our slop show.
You
I
mean
let's be real.
I think you mean a mere
The
kale?
people, when that happened, the people got out of their chairs. Yeah!
All right, well, next we're looking at Menace.
Okay. Menace is really good.
Yeah, I like Menace a lot.
Yeah, but S tier is full.
I am actually okay putting Menace at B tier.
Is there a mechanic you're thinking of that you're saving an A tier slot for?
Trample.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deal.
I want to save A for Trample.
Okay.
Be very funny if we didn't put Trample in S.
I think we did put Trample in S, though.
Really? Did we? I don't want to look at my phone. Graham's smirking.
We're going to find
He's
out.
Smarming.
We're going to find out.
We get a swap.
We can put Menace at B. It's fine. This is the S tier.
My thing with Menace is that, like, kind of the same thing as Flash.
Kind of the same thing as Flash.
Like, what does Menace mean? Like, what? You can kind of be like, it's scary. It's like,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other creatures are afraid of this.
But what does that mean?
Yeah.
Right?
But not as scary as Fear.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, no creature is brave enough to fight Boggart Brute without help. Like, not Valgavoth, not Baneslayer Angel, not a Chroma.
Yeah,
They all
exactly.
need a second friend.
Yeah.
So sure, the, like, meaning of Menace is, like, maybe a little lost in the weeds of Magic.
Great word.
Yeah.
Very cool. Ties into Intimidate and Fear, for sure.
Yep.
It is kind of funny because, again, like, the mechanics and the text on the cards break the rules. But, like, this doesn't necessarily break the rule. I mean,
No.
it does. Like, it can't. You got to block it with 2 or more. But it's just like, oh, okay. But like, I can do that, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I? It's like, hey, Judge, if somebody attacks me, can I block with 2 creatures? They're
Right.
like, yes. Like, oh, okay. Stupid ability, right? Like, obviously, that's not how it plays out all the time. But like, on a first impression, or like, it just.
It's a good knock.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the B tier of this is what still top 15 mechanics, top 16.
It's funny to
Yeah.
give one of those knocks that's just like, oh yeah, this ability is reminder text, wild growth. When you tap Enchanted Land, it adds a green mana. You're like, yeah, I know that's true.
Yeah. Yes, and
I knew we were going to lose the other.
Yeah.
it's okay.
D-tier.
They're D tiers.
It's fine.
okay.
It's fine. All right. That was Menace. So next we're looking at level up.
So what do we have?
we have
have
an A,
Okay.
and then we have
A.
C, D, F, right?
Yeah.
I want to give this a D tier.
That's fine.
I like level up at D. I love level up. I think level
Yeah.
up's great. I like the way the cards look. I wish they did it more when they've done it outside of Rise of the Eldrazi. The cards are cool and interesting, but also, you have to fight Figure of Destiny. Like I know that this was influenced by Figure of Destiny.
Yeah.
But like they've shown that they're willing to do other Figure of Destinies
Right.
without having to go to level up, probably because of individual design, right, and complexity. But still, like the fact that they're like, I don't need you, right? We don't need level up.
Right.
I could just give you Figure of Fable.
They can just make this human knight turn
Yeah.
into a noble, and then
Yeah.
when it's a noble, it can get this.
Yeah,
you know?
you could have done and a lot of these level up creatures like
Yeah.
the Figure of Destiny.
And I mean that's true of a lot of things, and people
sure.
point that out. The community loves saying like, "Why didn't they template it like this? They
Yeah.
could have templated it like this. They did before, or whatever." You know, so and that's a fair knock.
Yeah. I mean, why do anything? Why
Yeah.
get out of bed? I don't know, to live a little, to make something.
Right. Level up
To
is
dream?
really cool, and I'm glad there's a mechanic called level up. We've said
sure.
that before. It does belong to be in the S tier, but of the S tier, I think I like it at D. It's fine.
Level up is very funny too, though. It's like very like, hey, level up. You play games. You know
Right.
what this means.
And people love making a level up deck. So
Yes.
there's that.
James, level up, C tier.
That's okay.
Right, because you said D, I thought.
That's okay. Let's put it at C.
Did I say
We snuck it
D?
in. No, let's keep it at C.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
fine.
get. Yeah.
Okay,
We're
great.
good. Now we have an
I
A.
changed my mind.
We have an A, a D, and an F.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
I have a guess for where this one's going to end up. Double strike.
Oh shit.
D for double strike. You do have to.
My baby.
You do have to know what first strike is.
Yeah, that's true. That's fine. It has first strike involved in it.
James,
which
get
I-
this war crime off my screen.
Kratos.
Sure.
Give me a fencing ace, please.
D for double strike is okay. This mechanic's so cool, and
It is very cool.
It's neat that it made it into S tier when first strike didn't even make it above like C
Man,
tier.
first strike sucks.
Yeah, double strike though.
But
Double-
double strike can't exist without first strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and for
you
that
know-
reason,
You know, it's funny. I would love a world of Magic the Gathering where there's only double strike and no first strike. Like I think
It is totally possible.
but the
within
way that
rules.
it's templated,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
All right, so where's double strike?
do you want to put it in F? No, you want to put it in D?
It's
There's only three
it's,
mechanics left.
It's too cool.
All
That's
right.
my
All right,
problem.
all right,
right?
right, that's fine.
Double strike D tier.
All right.
Fire Shrieker's like $3 or something.
Oh yeah, and they made a new one that's only 2 mana in red.
Mm-hmm.
Only two more. And one of them's in A and one of them's in F, though swaps can happen. Indestructible.
Ah, crap.
Well, we know what the other one is, and it's also on Krang, and we're not going to want to put Trample in F. Did we not put Trample in S tier? I'm pretty sure the
Maybe
last
we
mechanic
did.
is Trample.
We got to swap.
It'd be weird if we didn't. I'm okay with putting Indestructible in F and then planning a swap for it.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Let's just do that.
That's okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of you can have some knocks against Indestructible, but it's just so cool.
yeah. It has
And
kind of a flash.
immediately clarifying of what it is.
Yeah. It has one of those Flash Menace knocks where it's like it got templated as an ability later than it appeared on cards.
At the very least, you're like, this is indestructible. And you're like, well, can I Doomblade it? And you're like, what does Doomblade say? Destroy target. Okay. Now, what is indestructible? Like what destructible? Leaning over the table. Destructible. like. But like the combat damage part about
Yep.
it, the like how damage like our indestructible creatures still dealt damage. Like there's a bunch of stuff going on.
It is actually kind of confusing.
Yeah. So F tier for now. Indestructible F tier.
It's
Get it out of here. I
it's
know.
down there. Trust us.
Yeah.
And all right, our last S tier mechanic before the worst and best of the best
could
is
be Trample.
Indeed, it is Trample. Yes.
Okay. Oh, Argothian swine.
Man,
In Argoth, the shortest path between 2 points is the one the swine make.
3/3 Trample for 4.
Now, you wrote that, right?
right?
Wow. Yes.
That's good. It's a replay on woolly mammoths, man.
All right, maybe the people that like flat hate UB are right. Like,
You should put Defiant Elf on the board. This would have been Loading Ready Run's preview card if we were making Magic
Gen
content in
Gen-
2000.
Gen X loading ready run.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
the 1/1 Trample for 1 green.
The
yeah.
first 1/1 trample for green we mentioned earlier, and actually has come up in conversation a bunch this week. But
I love the idea of someone opening this when they're opening like a pack of Legions for the first time and being like, "What?"
yeah,
But it's so small.
specifically charging badgers teach you
That's-
something about magic.
That is a great impression of me in 2003.
Right.
Like, that's exactly, they're like, what the hell? And then you keep going through the pack like Timberwatch Elf. Or, I mean, actually, what
You
happens
have your like
is
breakthrough moment.
you get this card and you're like, okay, I'll Timberwatch Elf it. And then 8th edition comes out and Blanchwood Armor's in there. And you're like, I got to get home. I gotta write this down.
and I need to buy some forests.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, James! Thank you. So that one's Trampoline A.
Yes, please. Trample, A tier.
Hell yeah, terrific. All right, so before we move on to the best and worst, do we want to do any swaps? You'd mentioned Indestructible might not be in its correct home.
I'm not sure whose spot it's taking. What are you thinking? I would like to move Indestructible above F, but
I think we gotta, if we are going to move it, I think it's moving to C, and it's replacing either Vigilance or Level Up.
you don't want to move it to D and give it Bloodthirst spot. I'm more comfortable with Bloodthirst being an F than Vigilance or Level Up.
Nelson, I'd love to move it to D and give it Bloodthirst.
Okay, let's just do that. Bloodthirst can be F.
Yeah, that's
All right.
fine.
And Indestructible, like, it's holding down the D bracket below all of these other great mechanics.
Right.
This D bracket is banging.
Yeah,
It's the S tier,
We
you
put
know?
Defender, Ninjutsu, Bestow, Double Strike in D.
Yeah. It's
What?
okay. These are good. It's the show.
Those
you
first
know?
4 is just a commander pod. Like, that's like a pretty good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you
Kind of
go.
like our D tier more than our C tier. Can we just swap the?
No.
Oh,
So those are all of the already best mechanics, further granularly broken down from S through F, with 2 exceptions. So let's start, because it's the best, so let's end on a high note. So let's start then with our worst of the best. Which mechanic did you two choose from the list to go even below F? What is the worst mechanic that you both ranked as S tier in the course of the regular episodes?
Graham, it's Spectacle. Spectacle somehow snuck into S tier the most of the abilities that snuck in. It's kind of cool, but I think Wheeler said it best. No one's ever walked into a store and said, I want to build a Spectacle
one
deck.
spectacle deck, please. They could say, I want to build a Rakdos deck.
Yeah. Right.
From that era. Or they've drafted a Rakdos deck. Like, you could build decks where you're like, I have a lot of cards with Spectacle, so I want to play, maybe some pingers or whatever. But, like, it's not sexy.
The biggest problem I have with the Spectacle mechanic is that it makes you think of the theater show that is, the Rakdos experience, right? Like, it's named for, like, go, take a seat, watch the show, maybe participate. We'll probably kill you. Something like that. Like there's this experience, this whole like event. And what does the ability do in Magic? Oh, if your opponent took damage, this is cheaper. How is that any of what you just told me about this vaudeville thing? Like, it doesn't make me feel like I'm there.
There's a card in the Ravnica Allegiance where Spectacle was first printed that has the name Fire Wheeler. Now, by all merits, I should love this card. And I do, and I drafted it quite a bit, and I did pretty well in that draft environment. It's also a group of clowns. There's a Wheeler that's a clown that won me money in Magic the Gathering. And I want this bad boy in F. It's cool. in the sense that you probably win the game if you get to spectacle all your cards. But like, I don't know. I'm sitting here trying to think of like the coolest things about spectacle, and honestly, like up top is the animation on Arena.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. The
I do
chains,
like that, yeah.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
that's very cool.
Every card with spectacle on it is like a cool card because the Rakdos are just a cool
Right.
cult in Magic.
Yeah.
Like they're all doing stuff that's like, oh, I want to play that game. But then like once you've played it, you're like, okay, what is this mechanic? It doesn't actually.
And
up
like
super
the unfortunate part is that I think if you wanted to make spectacle feel cooler, you make it worse and also just like really difficult to set up. Like you make it that both players have lost life.
Sure.
Right? Like you make it like hey, things are happening. Ta-da! Right?
You know-
you make it like the punchline is where your hands are up and you're like, I did my act, and the stage is destroyed.
You know what really feels like spectacle? Overload.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's a spectacle. Every time you overload the spell, it's like, oh, it's a big performance, involves everybody.
Yep.
So, unfortunately.
All right. And finally, I'm sure that those watching and listening at home have already predicted based on its absence from the other tiers.
It's in jest.
But
You
but
got us.
what is undeniably the best mechanic in Magic?
It's flying. Before we went live, and I've said that we talked about this on previous episodes of like, how would we feel about this game if this mechanic didn't exist? Like equipment, especially, right? Like,
Yeah.
do we think that Magic the Gathering would be a worse game if there were no equipment? That kind of question. And I think it's worth using that line of thinking for basically every mechanic, right? Flying is that's just Magic the Gathering as a whole. And I think with flying, it's not, is Magic a worse game? The answer is an obvious yes. Is Magic a game without flying? Like, is it a game that we would still be playing 30 years? Is it the like greatest card game in the world without flying? And I think the answer is like a resounding no.
Yeah, you can even experiment with this if you want. Like I've recommended and even done it myself a little bit, building decks with just like creatures and lands, and the creatures are all vanilla, and you can experience a little bit of like how boring Magic can be. Like, you know, either one side, and like this is still good for teaching people like the regular rules and the turn cycle and stuff, but you know, one side either just has more stuff than the other, and so you attack and win, or there's a board stall, which is much more common. And like no one wants to play those games.
Yeah.
Right? Like it turns out if you take flying out of Magic, you're left with like, well, okay.
It is so good and so integral to how you play Magic. When they made a set that was China, where humans do not fly, they said, this is unacceptable. We need to make flying parentheses Chinese, which is just horsemanship, right? Like they
Or else
acknowledge
this set doesn't function.
it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Right.
There's an expectation.
You need flying to play Magic.
To play, you need flying to play Magic. Yeah. Flying is just, it's easy. You understand it. It's evocative. It's powerful. That's that's also like a huge part. I'd say even the best part of it is it's powerful, and it's an easy way to put power into designing a card, right? How many cards skyrocket in value if you give them flying? How many cards get a lot worse if you take away flying? And like how, like, not just like big jerks, right? Like you give my Goblin Guide flying, it's so good. Like Snapcaster Mage with flying. Ooh. Dark Confidant with flying.
I don't want to live in either of those worlds.
Llanowar Elves with flying. Like Birds of Paradise having flying, mistake, but like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge. Game defining.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to attack you in giant growth with my Birds of Paradise and you're dead. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, beautiful mechanic.
Oh, you think it's safe? I'm going to play an exalted creature and then attack you with this creature that you didn't think had a point of power.
A mechanic so good that so many other mechanics, the whole everything is kicker thing, like everything is a reaction to flying.
Yeah, I think of flying as like the first ability. You know, in the beginning, Richard Garfield made Sarah Angel, and it was good. and then was like, okay, we should make some other creatures too and some other abilities, and did his best. Yeah.
He makes Sarah Angel, and someone's like, flying? Do that again. And he's like, Mahmadi Jin? Keep going. Mesa Pegasus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole game's kind of built around it.
Nice. So there you have it. We have ranked the best mechanics. We've untethered S tier into all of these following tiers. Our worst of the best is Spectacle, and our best of the best, and the best ability in Magic is flying. Nice.
Hell yeah.
This was great. Thank you both.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll be back again with more Tap Tap next time. But for now, I want to remind you all that the show is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Please check out cardkingdom.com/LRR for all your cardboard needs. Tell them we sent you. Get a little button. It's great. We send you there because we think they're great. Dragon Shield, use the code LRRMTG5. Get yourself a 5% discount off anything you buy on their store. And finally, and most importantly, everything we do here at Loading Ready Run is brought to you by you and your support of our Patreon or becoming a member on this YouTube channel. Until next time, I've been Graham, joined by Nelson,
May you fly through whatever you're doing.
Wheeler,
I had 2 drinks today.
and James has been on tech. Heather gets these online. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. We'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.
I'd like to burp before we come back.
Please do.
Wait, that wasn't it. Wow.
Oh,
That was a deep one.
little
Apologies.
predator action.